All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to This Week in Base Hit. And today we got a big one because we are celebrating what I'm going to argue. And if you don't like it, you can fight me. I'm going to say is the greatest single game performance of any kind in baseball history, maybe sports history. And we just got to see it last night. Now, before I let Clone in and before I introduce him, let me break this down for a second of what happened last night if you didn't see it. Shohei Ohtani went 6 for 6 with 3 home runs, 10 RBIs, 2 steals to become the first player in Major League Baseball history to go 50-50. One of those was a double that he was stretching into a triple, and he was an inch away from getting the triple, which would have meant that he also hit for the cycle, and he did it all in a playoff clinching game. So he did it on the bases. He did it the long ball. He did it for the team. It was the greatest performance of all time. Clone, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Can you think of another one?
Oh no. I mean,
No,
I've seen
nothing
some
even
historical
close.
ones to reference,
But it
the
was
fact
also
of when it happened.
meaningful. Like, I mean, you could argue like Kerry Wood's game was a fantastic, right? Like that was 21 straight. That's
We're not thinking
nothing
about
compared
pitchers.
to
We're
what
not thinking
happened.
about pitchers. Yep.
And it was it was so
Yep.
consequential because it was a playoff clinching game. And to the point that you made to me last night is he didn't hit his first home run till the 6th inning. And then he just bombed it in the 6th, the 7th, and the 9th. Or the 6th, 8th, and 9th. I'm not sure. But
The
it's
fact that
shocking.
he had had like a tiny bit of a drought, and it looked
Shohei
like it was
level
going to
drought.
be like maybe a week until it happened, and then because I was just the day before that I had looked at it, and we just talked about it on one of these like in the last week, but then I saw that it happened. I was like, what? And I had to go and check. And
You sent me the
yeah,
text saying 50-50, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
yeah.
He was at 48-48, I think, or 48
And
49.
people were already going to go crazy for the 50-50 because it's the first time ever. And the fact that he did it like that
He
was
did something
unbelievable.
no one's ever done before 50-50. In a game, he went 6 for 6, almost hit for the cycle, clinched a playoff berth. It's so stupid. It's and he didn't go 50-50. He went 51-51.
Yep.
He's already passed it. He passed it by.
We're gonna so
He has 10
that
games
made me
left.
want to go in. I'm gonna zoom in, but that made me go looking for the best batting performances of all time
Yeah.
that we've had. But I don't want first. Do you need to pour one out for Canseco?
Yeah, I
You,
got Canseco's jersey back there. You can see it sitting back there.
so
Or I
I
guess
did
you
see.
can't. Jackson Churrio's jersey's but
Do you see his tweets? I thought they were kind of funny.
no, what do you say?
I mean, well, this is just making fun of Canseco. He put out a tweet that was like, "Congratulations, like most amazing thing," and then 10 minutes later, he put out another one that was like, "In 1988, I created the." He went back and remembered that he was supposed to toot his own horn, and he went back and said, "I created the 40-40 club," and it's great to be part of whatever. He just shoehorned himself into the story,
I
which
thought
was
what you were going to say is like, congrats to Ohtani. At least it wasn't A-Rod, because if you follow him on Twitter, he hates A-Rod so much.
oh, really?
And so yeah, so like every holiday, he'll say Merry Christmas to everybody except A-Rod.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
Okay,
well,
so
A-Rod's one of the 40-40 club, right? Here,
yeah.
you got 15 seconds to name the rest of the 40-40 club.
Okay. Acuna.
Yep. I don't remember
Is
the
that
single.
it? That might
No,
be
there's like
it.
five. No, A-Rod's one of them.
I know. We said A-Rod.
Oh, I thought there
Canseco,
was another.
A-Rod, Acuna.
Bonds and Soriano.
Oh, I would have thought of Bonds. I wouldn't have thought of Soriano.
Yeah, no, me neither. But um,
Um,
but anyway, but that's pretty
okay,
cool.
so before we move on, I can't. I have to come to these podcasts prepared. So I would just like to share with you my authentic uh, uh, Ohtani Funko Pop. That is his hitting. He has two, one hitting, one
Something.
pitching, and then his official Funko Pop card that shows his pitching and hitting Funko Pops. There you go. And then the other thing that I'll show is my official Ohtani Japanese jersey. Name in Japanese on
Very
the
nice.
back, the Showtime, the Samurai Japan. There's only one like it in the entire world, but that's not true. There's like thousands, but this is the only one that's on my body right now. So congratulations, Shohei Ohtani. I was a fan before you were cool, which is also not true because I was a fan in like 2018.
Before he was a Dodger when he got particularly cool.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
so I went digging through because I was curious. We've talked about it before, best games of all time that we've had, and I was looking at the database, and I was also trying to think of like how to compare because so we've had 51 or something like that, 51 million games simmed on the site. I think we don't have all the data going back. We do have data for the vast majority of them, but we have data for 617. I'm going to act like I'm faking it. 617 million individual stat lines for batter, which equates to, and I was looking at, it's like 155 MLB universes.
That's crazy. 150
that we've recreated.
55 all-time MLB universes.
Yep. So, and out of
That's
those,
a great stat.
Yeah, it's cool. So then comparing it to that, I went through to check how many people hit all the marks, which was 3 home runs in a game, which that happens it happens like a dozen times a season.
Yep.
How many people had 3 home runs and 2 stolen bases in a game? And it was 259, which would be once every 70 years.
Yeah.
And then 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases, and 10 RBIs. And we've only had that happen 4 times in 155.
4 times in 155 universes.
Yeah. So there you go. That's how good. And this is a video game, man.
And to do it on the day you got 50-50 and clinch the playoff berth. That's like winning the Powerball every day for a week. I mean, it's so astronomically impossible.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And okay, yeah, no, keep going because I wanted.
That was it. I sent you the links.
Okay,
I thought we could look at some of these games. Yeah.
So wait. So I wanted to mention 2 of these games are super ironic because one of them, the guy played for a team named the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Really?
Did you notice that? That's
No.
crazy. The other one was by a guy named M. Piazza who played for the Dodgers. I mean, it's wild that even is a thing. Can we share these links under the YouTube clip so people can look at them? Because we don't need to bring them up on the screen, especially because some of you are listening audio only. We'll share those links. We'll probably share them in the forums or something too.
Looking at the oldest ones, 2009. Let's see, Miller for
2009 real year.
In real year, minor league. I don't know minor league.
Vermont, I played in minor league.
You did?
Yeah, a long time ago. I think that was my second league ever.
I should have figured out who the owner was, but Andre Miller, and that's a 5 for 6 game, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. You know, it's the stolen base, three stolen bases. It was definitely not a playoff clinching. It was like the 40th game of the season.
Yeah, I mean nobody's gonna have that. It's too absurd.
Minor league, that's pretty cool. I wonder if anybody listening here's one of their players come up. Let's see what else we got. Here's one from 2014. What's his name? Delgado. Jorge Delgado. We're making sure that all these are legit. This is MLB Classic. Oh, you've probably been in that league too.
No, I have not been in that league actually. I've been invited to that league, but they're an OG league for sure.
I could figure out who had the team back then too. Let's see. So this is 8, 16, 20, 92. This guy, he went 5 for 5, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. It got caught stealing once, so you could consider maybe it's not as good.
Loser.
Ohtani, I believe, has gotten 27 in a row stolen base attempts
He
without getting
does.
caught.
Yep, yep. And while you're looking that up, I gotta tell the people, if you have not watched, you can watch the condensed game. It's like 9 minutes long on MLB.TV. Do yourself a favor, look at it. It was so shocking. They were playing in Miami, and the Miami fans were roaring. Like, you couldn't tell it wasn't a home game. It was so special. They realized what was happening. And the other thing I wanted to say is, one of those two steals that Ohtani had was a third base, not second. And
Yep.
it is an absolute work of art if you watch it. Not only did he steal, but the ball beat him to the bag, and he went toes down under the glove to the
I
bag.
didn't
It's
see
an
that.
absolute work of art. Like, I mean, and maybe it just happened naturally, but when you watch it in slow mo, you're like, this guy is better than everyone ever.
J Dub was the owner for
Hey, J Dub, that's cool.
Delgado. I'm looking up the first guy, Meadowbrook Stud. Do you know Meadowbrook Stud?
Yeah, I know
I know
of
that
Meadowbrook
name.
Stud. I've never talked to him, but he's been around. Or I don't know if he's still around actually.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully he is.
I'm not gonna take that right now. Uh, what league we got here? We got another guy. We got Waterhouse. There's only 4 of these guys, so it's I'm willing to dig into them. This is Peter Gammons.
Oh, so it's
Peter
recent.
Gammons, Joel Waterhouse. It might be back in the old days. Who knows? Joel
Oh yeah.
Waterhouse. I guess they're a specialty league. Oh yeah, this was 20. Wait, this was in April.
Oh
4 for 4, 4 home runs, 11 RBI. I'm gonna have to find out about
God, he did
this.
it in 4 at bats. That's crazy.
Oh no, I'm wrong. 4 for 5. I apologize. Let's see who the owner of this one was.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
might
he
be
got he got the extra home run in there too.
JT 28. I don't remember how PGL. We're gonna have to get Bobcat to tell us if that one's real or not. I don't remember him
Yeah,
talking
that
about
was
it at
real.
the time.
Yeah.
He should have been selling it. Well, they have half the league is weird teams. Let's see what the other one is. There's the Dodgers Braves one, 2009.
The Dodgers. Isn't
On the
that crazy?
Dodgers. Yeah, on the Dodgers. That's perfect. Michael Alford, 6 for 7, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, 2 stolen bases. Let's see who the manager was. 2033.
No caught stealings. That was the best game I saw out there.
Um, yeah, you were saying. I guess it just doesn't go together. I mean, the fact I was surprised when I heard that it was the first. Oh, this was the league is MLB, which is defunct now. I'm pretty sure. I was surprised to hear that he was the first one that had ever done that in a game. The 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases,
Yeah.
ever
Because you
in.
have to go 5 for 5 just to even possibly have it happen. Or, well, I
Oh
guess you
yeah,
could
oh
get
yeah.
walked twice.
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have gone 4. You could have gotten it twice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I mean, you're not stealing on home runs, right? So, but was it the first time somebody went 3 home runs, 2 stolen bases? But has anybody gone 2 home runs, 3 stolen bases? Because that
Probably.
might be something like Acuna could have done that maybe. Like
Yeah.
Acuna during a 40-80 season.
I did not pull that data. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, just the fact that it's video game numbers that he had. I pulled a couple more because the stolen bases.
It's
So I
barely
pulled.
video game numbers. We're a actual internet game, and it's only happened 4 times in 155 MLB universes. And
We've
and
got.
for a long time, old CSFBL was very offensively slanted, and it still didn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. Um, I pulled two other games that you could consider to be up there. One is Bernard Hetty from the Beer League,
Yeah,
who went 6 for 6 with 6 home runs. Only person that's ever had 6 home runs.
he is.
Uh, yep.
What
Let's
was the
see.
beer league?
Let's
That
see who's
sounds like a
managed.
softball style league. Did they
Beer
have
league.
special
That still
rules?
goes. That still goes. Oh, I don't know. They might. Who knows?
He had 6 home runs. That's so freaking stupid.
JFN 99 fan
All right.
still owns the team.
Hey, you got to tell us the story of that game, JFN.
Actually, wait. Let's see if he did he own it at the time. 1999. Oh, that was a long time ago. No, it was still him. Yeah, we should quiz him and see if he knows that. Uh, Only guy to ever hit 6 home runs. And
Where can we post this in the forums? Like, did you see that or something? And start a conversation about this?
I can put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this. See if people can reminisce about this. Because before we got on the podcast, we were talking about a famous game in TCL where we had a guy hit 3 grand slams in one game, which we thought at the time had to be the greatest game site wide ever, and it certainly you could make an argument that it is, just because of the was it a playoff game?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
I did pull the link for that one too.
Can you check if it's
Uh,
a playoff game? If it's a playoff game, that's the best game ever.
no,
Three grand slams.
seven
Oh,
six, 1985.
well, but when we looked that up, there was 2 other ones that had three
Yeah,
grand slams, wasn't there?
there were some
That's
crazy
right.
Grand Slam ones.
Yeah.
I also have the highest RBI game, which is how much you want to guess? Robinson Jimenez,
Oh, Jimenez. All right, that helps me.
six for six,
Wait, don't tell me. I'm gonna say he had 14 RBIs.
6 for 6, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs.
Woo!
Um,
How many did they score in the whole game?
27. Uh, I'm looking it up. I mean, it's fun to see the.
He
Let me see if
scored.
I can figure out who owned this one too. What year was that? 2012. The owner was Jerry Park.
Jerry Park's still around.
Jerry Park. Yeah.
Jerry Park's a very good owner.
I'll post them anyway. I consider those to be some of the best games of all time, and the fact that he's up there, yeah,
And the
amazing.
fact I mean, it's so cartoonish what happened last night. I just want the reason I was excited that we were talking about it is I want everybody to appreciate the greatness of what happened. It's such a special time, and like when I think about it, it's like well, two things. First is you think about those old guys talking about like Hank Aaron at his peak or Babe Ruth at his peak. Like we get to experience something so much the
Yep.
GOAT level. That's one thing. And the other thing is you think about like there was 6 years ago, there was a team with the greatest player of their decade for 3 decades on the same team with Albert Pujols, Mike Trout, and Shohei Ohtani, which is insane,
Yep.
especially seeing Ohtani now becoming potentially usurping Trout as, the greatest player this century.
He
You know,
needed to
it's
he
crazy.
needed to move on to the Dodgers to fully feel his hit his potential.
That's
Um,
definitely not true. But I do
uh,
wonder how much not pitching this year has helped him.
he never stole this many bases before. It seems like
Yeah.
he's been. I was reading about him being on the iPad in the dugout, like uh, apparently like studying to look for
Constantly.
the stolen base clues. I don't know if he was doing that before. He would
What?
have been
Yeah.
he
Did,
would have
did
been
you
distracted. Hmm?
have you seen that clip of him where he's leading off and you see him mouthing like counting down?
No.
It's funny, man. Like it looks like he has it down to a science. Or when he comes up to bat, and maybe it's just like a thing he does now, but he lays down his bat and measures the distance from the plate, and then he positions his back foot and then picks up his bat. I've never seen anyone do that before.
So
And
you
it
figure
might just be routine.
if he's pitching, he would have had to have been focused on all those things. But who
Yep.
knows? The fact that just the fact of how much money went into him, and when
And he's
the
paying off.
yeah, the fact that it's paying off because contracts like that never
Like
pay
how
off.
yeah,
I mean,
never.
there's still so much time, but just the hype and everything else, there's no way.
Yep.
And going into the season, he was going through the drama with his interpreter. Like there was just
There was a
no
time
way.
people were talking about him potentially getting banned from baseball when they didn't know if he
That
was
was
involved or not.
that was crazy talk anyway. But
Yeah,
just the fact
everybody
that
knew
it
he
ended
wasn't
up here,
involved.
just no. I knew he wasn't involved, but not everybody. But anyway, no, I'm kidding.
And
Anyway,
then
it's amazing. I'm glad we could talk about him.
then uh
We got the wrap up
sorry,
next
I
week.
lost my train of thought for a second.
That's all right.
No, I was gonna I also mention like, and he's creating some of the greatest moments in baseball history too, because you think back to what he did in the bottom of the ninth of the World Baseball Classic, where well, no, top and bottom, because top of the ninth he led off with a double that and was the scoring run, and then bottom of the ninth he came in relief and struck out Mike Trout to win it.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't get any better than that. Like he's magical,
We're gonna get
and
to see him in playoff games for the first time ever. So we'll see.
yeah, yep. It'll be fun to see him. Well, no, it won't be. Go Brewers! No,
We ran
they
okay.
should bench him for the playoffs.
All
Yeah.
right, he got us to go overboard.
All right. We're gonna stop it right there. Check out the
I'll
did
put
you
links to the
did you
games.
see? We'll have links to the games. Let's start a conversation about some of these great games. Give your thoughts. Fight me if you think that maybe there's some cricketer that did something amazing. I don't know, but I want somebody to prove me wrong that this was not the greatest sporting single game sporting performance of all time. That's it. We're done. Bye.